on top. Carlson for three. Two Blue Devils. This is Visser to Johnson. Out of Fish. Nice spin move. The shot was Fisco. Carlson at 16 minutes to play in our first half. Blue Devils with a 3-2 lead. Cunningham now to Maloney. He'll let go the long one. Blue Devils perfect from long range, and it's a 6-2 Virginia lead. Johnson's pass inside, tapped away, nice play. Comes Carlson back, and he throws it into the crowd. A turnover on the Blue Devils. And a pleasant good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to the Roosevelt Gymnasium in Virginia for tonight's matchup featuring the Northwoods Grizzlies and your Virginia Blue Devils. Hello again, everyone. I'm Bob Cohn. The crowd is making their way in, and we're going to have a full house here tonight at the Roosevelt featuring two state-ranked teams, the number 1 ranked team in Class A, the Northwoods Grizzlies, and the number 9th ranked team in AA, the Virginia Blue Devils. It should be a good one tonight here at the Roosevelt Gym. These teams played earlier, January 18th to be exact, in Cook, and it was a 3-point victory for the unbeaten Grizzlies of Northwoods. Junior varsity game tonight went to Northwoods 69-50. The Grizzlies come in, they're perfect on the season. They are 20 wins in 20 tries. They are perfect 13 wins in 13 tries in Section 7A. They're state ranked number 1. Their QRF ranking is number 2. They're averaging 86 points a game. They're giving up 47 points per game. Last time out for the Grizzlies, it was Tuesday night. They hosted International Falls and they beat the Broncos 96-68. Just how good are these Grizzlies? Well, they've gone over the 95-point total 8 times this year, and they've gone 5 times over the 100 points in a game. In fact, the season high, they scored 130 points against the Cherry Tigers. So they're a very explosive basketball team. After tonight, they will take on Mesabi East. That'll be tomorrow night, Friday night, and then on Tuesday the 20th, they will host Lake Christian Academy. Will Kleppe is the head coach of the Grizzlies. Dan Squires, Jerry Chibodi, and Matt Bergen are the assistant coaches, and John Jerk is the activities director at Northwoods High School. Some of the players we're going to talk about tonight. Number 3 will be Cade Gogolai. He's a 6'2 junior. Number 5 is a good shooter from the outside, a 5'10 senior in Brendan Parson. Number 10 is Isaiah Squires. He'll play quite a bit. He's a 5'9 senior. Tate Olson is a senior. He goes 6 foot. Chase Kleppe, 6'3, a junior. And also Trevor Morrison, a 6'4 sophomore. But they've got about 9 or 10 deep that the Grizzlies coaches will be putting into the game tonight. So lots of rotations for the Grizzlies. Now let's take a look at the Virginia Blue Devils. They come in with a record of 17-3 on the season. They are 11-1 in Section 7 2A. They're the 9th ranked team in Class 2A, and their QRF ranking is number 16. They've won 3 games in a row after that very disappointing loss right here to Cloquet. They're averaging 65 points a game. They're giving up 45 points a game. And their last couple games on Saturday afternoon, the 10th, they beat Aiken 65-47. And then Tuesday night, they went to Evelyn and beat the Golden Bears 63-42. The Blue Devils as a team, their high score this year was 84 points against Chisholm. And the least points they've scored in a game this year, 53 against Northwoods and Grand Rapids. In fact, that's the least amount of points that Northwoods has scored this year, 53, and that was a victory over Nevis. Upcoming games for the Blue Devils. Tuesday night, they'll host the Hibbing Blue Jackets, which will be for the IRC Championship. Here are the players we're going to talk about for Coach Rich Odell's Blue Devils tonight. Number 20 will start at a guard. He's a 6'2 senior. That's Nathan Fink. Number 22 is Jason Bernard, a 6'3 sophomore. Also in the starting five will be Ethan Yuso. He's 6'7", a senior. Ethan leads the Blue Devils in points per game, 17. Free throw percentage, 88%. And he's hitting 44% shooting the threes. Also in the Blue Devils starting lineup tonight will be Jack Perla, and rounding out the top five will be Bryce Kennedy. He's a 6'7" senior. Rich Odell, the head coach, Brian Skadsam and Justin Reed are the assistants, and Josh Lampa in his first year as activities director at Virginia High School. Crowd continue to make their way in. We're still about 9 minutes away before we'll have the introduction of our starting lineups. The Virginia High School Marching Band is here tonight. Again, the crowd continues to make their way in, and this by far will be the biggest crowd in this gymnasium this year to see, again, two state-ranked basketball teams. We're going to take a little break. We'll come back, and we'll talk more about tonight's matchup. Again, I'm expecting a good one. It was a good one about a month ago up in Cook, and the fans are expecting the same thing tonight here at the Roosevelt Gym. This is Blue Devil basketball on this Thursday night in the Queen City.
The P.S. Engman Agency is a family-owned business that has served the area with compassion and quality service for over 100 years. We are grateful for their fine support of Blue Devil Sports on Channel 5. Local television programming is now available to everyone through MasabiCommunityTV.com. From our main page, you can find all of our live sports broadcasts, simultaneously streamed over YouTube, the High School Cube, and also live on Channel 5 Public Access. Archived sporting events are also available on our website for Chisholm, Mountain Iron, Virginia, and Mesabi East schools. You can also download all of these events by going to your selected event, clicking on the share icon, and then clicking on the address on the center of the screen. There, you will find your download button. Another exciting feature at MCTV is our new Roku channel, which provides the best viewing experience for all of our on-demand programming right on your television screen. Simply make a one-time purchase of your Roku device, plug it into your HDMI input on your TV, and search for Mesabi Community Television. Either from our webpage or from your Roku, you will also be able to watch area council meetings, school board meetings, or area concerts. From our main page, you may also view our entire community bulletin board.
Roosevelt Elementary School continues to infuse new technologies into the classroom. Hands-on project-based learning prepares students for higher-level thinking skills. Region-based education allows students to learn in their own communities.
Roosevelt Elementary School is consistently performing at the highest levels on the MCA reading and math tests. Academic achievement is of the utmost importance. Roosevelt Elementary School. Good kids getting even better.
Well, both teams are leaving the court for some final instructions, and we're still a few minutes away from the playing of our national anthem and the introduction of our starters here tonight at the Roosevelt Gymnasium. The Blue Devil hockey team has finished off their regular season, and talking to Coach Larson today, he's pretty certain that Virginia is going to be the number 3 seed in the upcoming Section 7 playoffs that will start for the Virginia Blue Devils on Tuesday night. That'll be Tuesday, February the 20th. Coach Larson is not certain who will be number 6 right now, but it should be Hermantown number 1. Greenway of Coleraine will get the number 2 seed, and Virginia will get the number 3 seed. He kind of thought maybe I Falls would be number 4, Denfield 5, Elvith Gilbert as 6, and that would then mean Hibbing then would end up as 7. If that was the way they work out, it would be a third meeting between the Golden Bears and the Blue Devils, and that would be held on Tuesday night. But again, their meeting is Friday afternoon, and we should know something by Friday night, Saturday, the Blue Devils draw in the upcoming Section 7A hockey playoffs. Hibbing still has a game. They're playing tonight. Hibbing is taking on Greenway, and I would think the only way Hibbing would move up from number 7 to 6 or 5 is if they should knock off Greenway tonight. A game played over in Coleraine, and earlier in the year Greenway beat Hibbing by a score of 7-2, and the way Hibbing's been playing of late, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Greenway is going to come away with that victory tonight. Waiting for the teams to come back up. We're still a couple minutes away from the start of tonight's basketball game. Again, junior varsity went to Cook tonight, or I should say Northwoods. Northwoods, a combination of the Cook or school district. And again, they have a perfect record to this point, 20 wins and no losses overall. And the Blue Devils are 17-3 overall. And again, on that meeting in January 18th, it was Northwoods beating Virginia by a score of 58-55. We'll let you now enjoy the Virginia High School Band as they're playing the sportsmanship song, and they'll also be playing the school song. So that's the Virginia High School Band, and now here come the Blue Devils out, and you'll be hearing the Virginia fight song, and right after Virginia, it'll be Northwoods coming out on the court, and let's listen to the Virginia school song.
join today as Cole Howard, a high school senior, sings our national anthem.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, did prove through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, singing the national anthem tonight is VHS student Cole Howard, doing a nice job. Our officials tonight will be Corey Santelli, Adam Rohn, and Kevin Ricks. They have been assigned to tonight's game by Virginia High School. Let's take a look now at the starting lineups in tonight's basketball game. We'll wait till they start. We'll start with the Northwoods Grizzlies first. They are in the road white uniforms with the Navy Grizzly across the front. Navy numerals on the front and the back. Good look at the Grizzlies as they are now going to be introduced, and starting at a guard, and he's a good one, number 3, 6'2" junior Cade Gogolai. Also starting at a guard, number 5 will be a 5'10" senior, Brendan Parson. Number 23 is the coach's son. He's 6'3", he's a junior, Chase Kleppe. Number 15 is a 6' senior, is Tate Olson. And rounding out the starting lineups tonight will be number 35, Trevor Morrison. He is 6'4", and he is a sophomore. So that's the lineup for the Grizzlies. Again, Gogolai, Parson, Olson, Kleppe, and Morrison. Will Kleppe is the head coach. Dan Squires, Jerry Chibodi, and Matt Bergman are the assistant coaches. Now we're going to pick up our Blue Devils starters tonight. Head coaches Rich Odell's assistants are Brian Skadsum and Justin Reed. Starting at one guard tonight, 6'2" senior, number 20, will be Nathan Fink. Nathan hit the game winner the other night. He hits the 3 for the Blue Devils' victorious basket against Hinckley Finlandson. Starting at 6'3", freshman will be sophomore Jaden Bernard. Jaden is the leading shooter from the field. He's hitting 62% of his field goals. Number 34 is Ethan Yuso. Ethan is 6'7", and he is a senior. Their fourth starter will be number 42. He's 6'3" junior, Jack Perla. And their fifth and final starter tonight will be the big guy in the middle. He's 6'7", 300 pounds, a senior, Bryce Kennedy. So Fink, Bernard, Yuso, Perla, and Kennedy will start tonight for the Blue Devils. Virginia in their home blues with the white numerals, and we are all set for basketball action. Again, Fink, Bernard, Yuso, Peril, and Kennedy for Virginia. Gogolai, Parson, Olsen, Kleppe, and Morrison for the Grizzlies. Corey Santelli is the official in charge tonight. He'll be tossing up the basketball. Here we go. We're all set for basketball action. Yuso and Kleppe. The ball is controlled by nobody. It goes out of bounds. And it will be Virginia's ball. Bernard will put the ball in play. Grizzlies will match up in a man-to-man. Fink will be guarded closely by Gogolai. Gogolai's got quick hands. One of the leaders in steals. Ball goes inside. Here's Yuso with the left hand. Ethan gets the first points tonight. Parson off to Gogolai. Now Tate Olsen gets the ball. He's about 30 feet away from the basket. This is Parson. Back to Olsen. Olsen will go in the circle. Bounce pass to Morrison. Comes back to Parson. Kleppe now. Gogolai. A lot of movement. Blue Devils staying in that man-to-man. This is Morrison. Again, junior varsity went to Northwoods tonight by 19 over the Blue Devils. This is Gogolai. From the free throw line, Gogolai missed it. Rebound goes to Morrison, and he took a couple extra steps. This is Perila. Now to Fink in the backcourt, putting some pressure on. Long pass comes to Kennedy. Pass was behind Bernard. Blue Devils missed a great opportunity on a poor pass, and they had the numbers and should have been able to get a layup there. Here is Parson stopping at the elbow, gives me for Morrison, kicks the ball back out. Kleppe with a little runner off the glass and in. Chaz Kleppe ties the game for the Grizzlies. Yuso in the backcourt, guarded by Kleppe. Yuso stops at the wing. They'll double team him. Now Perila. Bernard will let a long one go for three. Bingo. Bernard starts the Blue Devils off from long range. 5-2 Virginia lead. We're 45 seconds into our telecast. Happy to have you along on Mesabi Community TV. Also on Mediacom Public Access Channel 5. Pass inside for Morrison. A nice play from Gogolai. 1 point Virginia lead. Just under 16 minutes to play. First half. Thursday night basketball. Ball goes inside to Kennedy. He'll put one off the glass and in. With the height advantage, that play should be there all night long. Here's Gogolai giving off to Parson at the elbow. Now Tate Olsen will go in. Gives it back to Morrison, and we've got a Blue Devil foul. I think it's going to be on Yuso, but we'll see. It is. Ethan picks up his first. Morrison will shoot two. Hits them both. Here's Perla giving off. Bernard let another three go. Why not? You're going to leave him open. He's going to shoot that one all night, and it's 10-6. Now a takeaway. Here's Bernard going in. Puts it up. Missed it. Perla with a rebound. He scores. 6-point Virginia lead, coming up on 15 minutes to play in our first half. Bounce pass inside, got kicked. It'll be Northwood's ball. (12-6) Blue Devils. 15:05 to play here in our first half. Olsen gets the inbounds pass now to Parson. Back to Olsen. They'll get Goggle Eye into this, passing around the perimeter. Morrison from 15 hits it. Trevor Morrison, 6'4" sophomore, has got 6 out of the 8 points for the Grizzlies. Fink's pass almost taken away. Reading that pass was Kleppe. Blue Devils get the ball into Fink, and we've got a foul called on Parson. Brendan picks up his first team foul on the Grizzlies. Here's Yuso off to Perla from 15 feet. Big Jack's got 4. Blue Devils have a 6-point lead. Goggle gives it to Parson. He goes into the lane, kicks the ball back out. Olsen tries to drive in. He's not going to go through Kennedy, though, and dribbles the ball back out. Now Goggle to Morrison at the free throw. Oh, nice move. Oh, they said he traveled, shifted his feet. .14:07 to play here in our first half. Virginia with a 6-point lead, 14-8. Fink will give it off to Bernard. Back to Fink. Now Yuso comes out and gets it. Grizzlies now have gone to a zone defense. Here is Yuso from the elbow. Kennedy battles for the rebound. His shot was blocked. Goggle coming back, and a tie-up is called. Alternating possession goes to the Grizzlies. Perla gets it into Fink. Now to Yuso, back to Fink. This is Bernard. Pass comes Yuso inside for Kennedy. Bryce has got 4. 8-point Virginia lead. Goggle guarded by Fink. Here's Olsen from long range. It will not fall. Loose ball is grabbed by Fink. Blue Devils trying to extend that lead. This is Yuso back to Fink. Now the Grizzlies have gone back to a man-to-man defense. Bernard gets the pass. Gives it to Yuso. Here's a long one from Fink. It will not fall. And we've got a foul underneath. It's called on Kennedy pushing off, and that's his first. Second team foul. .12:34 to play in our first half. Virginia 16 and Northwoods is 8. This is Olsen off to Brandon, or to Parson, that is. Now Goggle. This is Tate Olsen. He'll go into the lane, kicks the ball back out to Kleppe. Here's Parson from 15 feet. Loose ball is run down by Parson. He'll put it up again. It's wide. It's saved. And here come the Blue Devils. Fink will give it off to Yuso. Back to Fink. Here's Bernard for 3. Oh, man. That's 3 of them for Jaden Bernard, and Virginia has a 19-8 lead. Breaking the action. This is Blue Devil basketball on this Thursday night.
So to use Arrowhead Transit, it really is that simple?
It is that simple. It's 800-862-0175. It's for you.
Hello? Yes, I need to go to Target. Yes, right now. I live at 999 9th Street South. No time to talk. Arrowhead Transit's going to be here in 10 minutes.
Well, have a nice time.
It really is that simple. Just call, and the bus will be there to pick you up and to take you where you need to go.
There's a look at the Northwoods bench. Bernard has 9, Peril and Kennedy each with 4 and 2 for Yuso. Morrison with 6 and Kleppe has 2. Great start to the Blue Devils, by far the best start I've seen here at the Roosevelt this year. Here come the Grizzlies, trailing Virginia by 11 with 11:40 to play. First half. Again, before a very big crowd here at the Roosevelt. Parson to Olsen, now to Goggle-Eye. Olsen goes baseline, through the lane, kicks the ball, goes right to Bernard. Boy, that's 4 turnovers now on the Grizzlies. The ball goes out of bounds. Bernard and Perla hug each other right on the floor, and it'll be a turnover on the Blue Devils. It's only their second. Here's Goggle-Eye. Now he'll give it to Olsen. They'll swing it to Kleppe. Back to Olsen. Now Parson. Blue Devils in that man-to-man defense. Now Olsen gets the ball. This is Goggle-Eye in the corner. 10:45 to play. Here's a long one. It's good by Goggle-Eye. Blue Devil lead has been cut to 8. Here's Yuso giving it to Bernard. And we've got a foul called on Morrison. That is his first. That's the second team foul. Tyler Herberg will check in for the Blue Devils. He comes in for Jack Perla. This is Yuso inside for Kennedy. Kennedy saves at the baseline, muscles his way in, draws a foul, and he's going to shoot a pair. Trevor Morrison picked up his second. Bryce Kennedy will shoot 2. Tanner Locken will check in for Northwoods. Kennedy gets the second one. He's got 5 points in the game. And the Blue Devil lead is 9, coming up on 10 minutes to play in our first half. Goggle-Eye try to penetrate. Now Parson, Locken in the corner, back out to Olsen. Goggle-Eye with 3 points, a little runner off the glass at home. You don't want to let Goggle-Eye warm up. I think one game this year, I think he had 62 points, and now we've got a traveling called on Yuso. That's the Virginia third turnover tonight. (20-17) Virginia with 9:40 to play in our first half. Parson goes into the lane, feeds it off underneath for Locke, and his shot was blocked by Fink. Bounce pass to Herberg. Now Bernard. Here's Yuso at the baseline. Turnaround shot will not fall. Underneath, Bernard missed it. Now the loose ball is run down by Yuso. Yuso inside for Herberg, gets his first points. 9-point Virginia lead. Here's Goggle Eye going in and draws the foul. Goggle Eye is going to shoot. Fouls on Herberg, and that is his first. Grizzlies have made all 3 free throws that they've attempted tonight. Now Bull Foy will check in for Virginia. Goggle Eye hits them both. He's got 7 points in the game. Morrison's got 6, and Kleppy's got the other 2. That's the 15 points for the Grizzlies. 8:50 to play in the first half. Blue Devil lead is 7. They've led by as many as 11. Now Foy, backdoor pass goes to Fink, off the glass and home. That's a nice play. Fink gets his first points of the night. And Virginia has their lead back up to 9. And we've got a offensive foul, illegal screen up high. I think they're going to call it on Locken. His first, 4th team foul, and we've got a timeout on the court. Break in the action with 8:32 to play in our first half. Blue Devils by 9, and we'll have more action after this.
I'm Jermaine, I'm from Milwaukee, and this is my Masabi story.
My name's Laura, I am from Virginia, Minnesota. I've been a lifelong Iron Ranger, and this is my Masabi story.
My name is Hannah, I'm from Hermantown, and this is my Masabi story.
The faculty at Masabi Range College, they really care.
I'm very impressed with the way the staff has worked with us.
Oh, I love the program, absolutely love it. I couldn't imagine doing anything different.
Fink and the Blue Devils with the ball and a 9-point lead. And we got a foul called on 23 Kleppy. That's his first. And that's the 5th team foul on Northwoods. Fink gets the inbounds pass. Goggle Eye is on Fink. Now Yuso. Kleppy draws the defensive assignment. So pass the baseline to Dishnu, who's checked in. Blue Devils turn it over. Here's Goggle Eye going in. Missed the shot. It's tipped out of bounds. Right now the Blue Devils are going with Dishnu, Jacobson, Foy, Herberg, and then their 2 starters, Yuso. And now Fink will come out and they'll go with Mason. So right now the Blue Devils have 4 non-starters on the floor with a 9-point lead, under 8 minutes to play in the first half. And we've got a Blue Devil foul away from the ball. It's called on Herberg, and that is his second. 4th Virginia team foul. Goggle Eye guarded by Mason. Now Olsen. This is Kleppy, back to Olsen. Real quiet crowd right now. Goggle Eye gives it to Olsen. Now Parson, back to Olsen. 7:20 to play. 24-15, Virginia by 9. Lock into Olsen, now to Goggle Eye again. This is the number 1 team in the state of Minnesota in Class A basketball. Here's Goggle Eye for 3. It will not fall, and Yuso goes high for the boards. And now we have a Blue Devil short timeout, so I think we'll just keep it right here. 7:01 to play in our first half. It's 24-15, and Coach Odell takes his second out of 5 allotted timeouts here in the first half. Bernard has 9, Kennedy with 5, Perla with 4, Fink, Yuso, and Herberg each have 2. For Northwoods, Gogolai has 7, Morrison with 6, and Kleppe has 2. Both teams break, and we'll be back to action. Blue Devils put the ball in play. Mason will give it off to Foy. Inside it goes to Yuso. Spin move at the baseline, reverse, and he's fouled. Yuso has 4 points in the game. We'll watch on that replay. Tate Olson picks up his first. Free throw is good, and the Blue Devils now have made 2 out of 3 free throws. 5 points for Yuso, and the Blue Devils have a 12-point lead. That's their biggest lead of the game. Now Gogolai try to penetrate. Parson gets the ball. It's just Morrison who's checked back in. Tate Olson goes baseline, kicks the ball back out. Gogolai for 3. Nine-point Virginia lead as Gogolai has 10 points in the game. Yuso gives it to Mason. In the corner to Dishnu Jacobson. Now Foy goes in, lost it, it's on the floor. Turnover on the Blue Devils, that's their 5th here in the first half. Coach Odell getting a lot of his starters rested as the Blue Devils continue to keep this lead. Now Morrison missed the shot, and Herberg with the rebound. He lost control of it. It goes right to Gogolai, gives it off to Parson. A foul on Herberg, and that's his 3rd. Parson will shoot 2. Here come the Blue Devils starters back in. Bernard, Perla, and Kennedy. Fink the only starter on the bench right now. Parson hits 1 out of 2. That's his first point of the night. Blue Devils 27-19 lead with 5:44 to play. Comes Mason. The ball got popped away. Goes right to Perla. Now Yuso in the corner to Mason. Back to Yuso. Gives the ball off to Mason. Here is Yuso for 3. Bernard picks up a poor foul going over the back to try to get the ball, and you just don't want to foul like that. That's his first. That's the 6th team foul. Now Fink will check in for Yuso. Eight-point Virginia lead with 5:20 to play in the first half. Here's Gogolai. Now off to Parson. Parson a bomb, and we got a foul on the shot. Called on Parson. Parson took the shot. I don't know if we've got that one on replay again. That's his 2nd. Guess we don't. But we'll walk to the other end, and they should be shooting because that is their 7th team foul. I didn't see what happened. Parson took the shot. Bernard at the line. He'll shoot 1 and 1. First time at the line tonight for Jaden Bernard. He's got 9 points in the game. All his points have come from long range. He'll get the bonus. 5:10 to play in the first half. Second free throw is good. Bernard with 11 points in the game. And the Blue Devils lead is at 10. And now we've got a technical foul called on the Northwoods bench. And Fink will shoot the technical. Fink now with 3 points in the game. Fink makes them both. .12 Virginia lead. Blue Devils get the ball. 31-19, under 5 minutes to play in our first half. Now Bernard goes baseline. His shot was short. And we've got a Blue Devil foul. Looks like it's going to be on Jack Perla going for the rebound. And that'll be Jack's first. That's the 7th team foul. So we should walk to the other end and shoot some free throws. Shooting will be Tate Olson. He'll be shooting 1-1. First point of the night for Tate. Olson had a great football season for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies have made 7 out of 8 free throws. A 10-point Virginia lead with 4:40 to play in our first half. Now Mason with a high screen from Perla. Nice give and go. Jack Perla goes in, draws the defender, and he's hammered. And Perla's going to shoot a pair. Goggle Eye picks up the foul. His first. Well, they say it's on Morrison instead of Goggle Eye, so that will be Morrison's third. Five points for Jack. Now Locken will check in for Morrison. Blue Devils trying to get their biggest lead once again at 12 as Perla hits them both. Now Yuso will check back in. Perla goes to the bench. It's a 12-point Virginia lead with 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. Here's Goggle Eye, gives it off to Parson. Now Olson, Tate will go into the lane, feeds it back to Locken. His shot is not good. Yuso battles for the rebound. Now to Fink, they'll trap him, gets it up to Mason. Here come the Blue Devils with numbers. But then Mason wisely gets the ball back out to Fink, and they'll set the offense with 4 minutes to play in the first half. Virginia 33, Northwoods 21. This is Yuso, now to Fink. Give and go to Yuso, he's fouled. He's going to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Olson, number 15. That's his second. That's Yuso shooting 2. He's perfect from the line. He's got 6 points tonight. And the Blue Devils have a 14-point lead, their biggest lead of the night, with 3:50 to play in the first half. Goggle Eye, and we've got an offensive foul. Another high screen is called. Larkin picks up the foul, his second. Again, it's a moving screen. They're coming up high. And as you watch on that replay, that screen man has to have his feet planted. Now we got a Blue Devil turnover. Goggle Eye, 14-point Virginia lead, 3.5 minutes to play in our first half. Here's Parson for three, it's short. Kennedy batted it back to Parson, now Larkin to Parson, cross court to Goggle Eye. He'll go into the circle, now he goes in the paint, puts a shot up, he will not get it to fall. Kennedy gets the rebound. Three minutes to play in the first half, a 14-point Virginia lead. The ball gets tapped out of bounds by Kleppe. Nope, check that. Yep, that was Kleppe. Mason, a bounce pass to Bernard. Give and go, turnover on the Blue Devils. Here is Olsen going in and scoring. 4 points for Tate Olsen. And with 2:40 to play in the first half, it's 35-23 Blue Devils. Pass to Bernard. Bounce pass. Oh, not a good pass again. And we got a foul on Bernard. That's his second. Eighth team foul on Virginia. And now Perla will check in for Bernard with 2:25 to play in the first half. Parson will shoot 1 and 1. Parsons got 4 points in the game. Perla in the front court. Now Fink to Perla. Nice play. 8 points for Jack. 12-point Virginia lead coming up on 2 minutes to play in the first half. Turnover on the Grizzlies. Boy, the surprising thing is the Blue Devils have 10 turnovers here in the first half and still have a 12-point lead. They've been shooting at a very high percentage. Kennedy will give it back to Yuso. Now to Fink. Blue Devils have really gotten a lot of quality time out of Mason. Here's Yuso's shot, will not fall. Parson with the rebound, up to Olsen. Goggle Eye gives it back to Olsen. Goggle Eye in the paint, bounce pass underneath. Kleppe's shot not good. And Kennedy grabs the rebound. With 1:20 to play in the first half, the Blue Devils lead is 12. Here's Fink, will give it to Kennedy. Back to Fink. Fink to the elbow, his pass is tipped around and another Blue Devil turnover. Here's Goggle Eye for three. Will not fall. Yuso with possession with the rebound. He had the good inside position there. And we're into our final minute of the first half. Yuso will give it off to Fink. He'll hold the ball with 45 seconds to go in our first half. Now Yuso, 35 seconds to go in our first half. Gives it to Kennedy. This is Fink. Blue Devils running that clock down. Perla gets the ball. He wants to give it back to Fink. 37-25 Virginia. The number 9 ranked team in AA. Grizzlies are the number 1 team in single A. Here is Fink from the elbow. Nate's got 6 points. And the Blue Devils again have a 14-point lead. Here's Olsen, 3 seconds to go. Olsen better put one up. He does from long range. Off the backboard, not good. And we've played one half of basketball. Virginia 39, Northwoods 25 at the intermission.
The P.S. Engman Agency is a family-owned business that has served the area with compassion and quality service for over 100 years. We are grateful for their fine support of Blue Devil Sports on Channel 5.
So to use Arrowhead Transit, it really is that simple?
It is that simple. It's 800-862-0175. It's for you.
Hello? Yes, I need to go to Target. Yes, right now. I live at 999 9th Street South.
Well,
no time to talk. Arrowhead Transit's going to be here in 10 minutes.
Well, have a nice time.
It really is that simple. Just call, and the bus will be there to pick you up and to take you where you need to go. Local television programming is now available to everyone through MasabiCommunityTV.com. From our main page, you can find all of our live sports broadcasts, simultaneously streamed over YouTube, the High School Cube, and also live on Channel 5 Public Access. Archived sporting events are also available on our website for Chisholm, Mount Iron, Virginia, and Mesabi East schools. You can also download all of these events by going to your selected event, clicking on the share icon, and then clicking on the address on the center of the screen. There, you will find your download button. Another exciting feature at MCTV is our new Roku channel, which provides the best viewing experience for all of our on-demand programming right on your television screen. Simply make a one-time purchase of your Roku device, plug it into your HDMI input on your TV, and search for Mesabi Community Television. Either from our webpage or from your Roku, you will also be able to watch area council meetings, school board meetings, or area concerts. From our main page, you may also view our entire community bulletin board.
I'm Jermaine, I'm from Milwaukee, and this is my Mesabi story.
My name's Laura. I am from Virginia, Minnesota. I've been a lifelong Iron Ranger, and this is my Mesabi story.
My name is Hannah. I'm from Hermantown, and this is my Mesabi story.
The faculty at Mesabi Range College, they really care.
I'm very impressed with the way the staff has worked with us.
Oh, I love the program. Absolutely love it. I couldn't imagine doing anything different.
And welcome back to the Roosevelt Gymnasium. We are at halftime of tonight's boys basketball matchup, and the Virginia Blue Devils on top of the Northwoods Grizzlies by a score of 39-25. Our halftime scoring and our stats sponsored by the Arrowhead Transit. Check them out on the web at arrowheadtransit.com. Right now out on the court is their Coca-Cola free throw shoot. Great fundraiser for the youngsters, for the basketball boosters. Band is playing, and now let's take a look at some of the stats here in our first half. Again, sponsored by the Arrowhead Transit. 3-point shots. Blue Devils have made 3 so far in the first half. Northwoods had 2. Bernard had all 3 of the Blue Devils, and Cade Goggle-Eye had both of them for Northwoods. Look at the turnovers. Virginia leading by 14 points, and they've turned the ball over 11 times in the first half. Northwoods only 5 turnovers, and of course the reason is the Blue Devils shooting percentage. They've really been hitting at a high percentage their 3-point shots, and they've had a lot of nice layups where they've been able to keep the difference at 14 points. Free throws in the first half, Virginia made 10 out of 11, while Northwoods made 9 out of 10. But again, we'll keep a close watch on that turnovers. Against a good team like the Grizzlies, you're just not going to win many games turning the ball over that many times. That's the statistics. Now let's look at the scoring. First half, Virginia was led by Jaden Bernard with 11 points. He made 9 from long range, perfect at the line, 2 for 2. Then 8 points for Jack Perla. He had 6 points from the field. He made 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. Ethan Yusso finished the half with 7, 4 points from the field, and he made all 3 of his free throws. Nathan Fink with 6 points, 4 points from the field, and he made both of his free throws here in the first half. 5 points for Bryce Kennedy. He had 4 points from the field, and he's missed the only Blue Devil free throw. He's made 1 out of 2. And Tyler Herberg finished with 2 points. That's the 39 points for the Blue Devils. Now for Northwoods, Cade Goggle-Eye, the leading scorer. He's got 10 points, 6 from coming from long range, 2 points, a regular field goal, and he's perfect, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. 6 points for Trevor Morrison. He has 4 points from the field and has made both free throws. 4 points for Tate Olson, 1 basket and 2 free throws. 3 points for Brendan Parson. He's 3 out of 4, and he's missed the only free throw for Northwoods in the first half. And Chase Kleppe has 2 points. That's the 25 points for Northwoods. 39-25 Virginia at half. We'll take a break. We'll come back and get ready for the second half on this Thursday night from northeastern Minnesota. You're viewing tonight's telecast on MasabiCommunityTV.com and also our live telecast on Mediacom Public Access Channel 5 in Virginia. Blue Devils have returned to the court. You can hear the Virginia fight song in the background. And we are just about set for our second half. Minutes of basketball to play here on this Thursday night from the Roosevelt Gymnasium. Our next telecast will be Tuesday night. Virginia with their biggest lead, 39-25. Check the starters. Both teams are going back with their original starting five. Fink, Bernard, Yusso, Perla, and Kennedy for Virginia. Gogolai, Parson, Olson, Kleppe, and Morrison. Northwoods will put the ball in play. They're waiting for the band to clear out before they start the action. Here we go, underway, second half, just starting here from the Roosevelt. Ball goes in the corner to Parson. Now Gogolai. Bounce pass underneath. Kleppe is fouled by Kennedy. Bryce is second. Kleppe at the line to shoot two. First time at the line for the junior. Gets the nice bounce, gets his first free throw of the night. Likewise on the second, he's got 4 points in the game. And the Grizzlies score the first points here in the second half. Now Fink's pass to Perlo. Nice play by Jack. He saved it, gives it off to Bernard. Oh boy, tried a fancy pass, and it just cost the Blue Devils a turnover. And now the Grizzlies give it right back to him. Here is Fink from the elbow, scores. He's got 8 points. And the net has a little issues. And I guess it's fixed now. Blue Devils by 14 with 17:20 to play. Gogolai gives it off to Olson. Back to Gogolai. Now Parson. Try to go baseline, was cut off. Kicks the ball back out to Tate Olson. He tried to penetrate. Now Parson from the free throw line. 5 points for Brendan Parson. Picking up the pressure. Long pass to Bernard. He'll let a bomb go. Oh, man. 14 for Bernard. That's 4 from long range. Now Olson will penetrate inside, and I think he traveled. He did. Wow, Bernard with a long one. Well, they first called it a turnover, then another official overruled. So a foul was called on Yusso, and that is his second. Inside pass for Morrison. (44-31). Now the ball gets taken away. Here's Parson, and he's fouled. Foul was on Bernard, and that is his third. Parson at the line shooting. Here's the second one, and it is good. 12-point Virginia lead, 16:20 to play. Blue Devils back in action on Tuesday night. They'll host Hibbing. Northwoods will play tomorrow night at home against Mesabi East. Here's Fink going baseline. Bounce pass to Kennedy. He's fouled. Chase Kleppe picks up his second. Bryce Kennedy will shoot 2. Kennedy now has made 1 out of 3 free throws. Bryce has got 6 points in the game. Blue Devils by 13. Now Parson feeds it off to Morrison, gives it to Kleppe in the lane. Chaz Kleppe with an easy 2. And the Grizzlies fighting their way back in this one. The deficit is at 11. Bernard pulls up for 3. Parallel for the rebound. Yusso for 3. Five from long range now for the Blue Devils. Gogolai has turnover. Bernard going in, and he was stripped. Watch on the replay if we can tell if he got hit, and it looks like may have gotten hit. No call was made, and Virginia will inbounds at the end line, offensive end. Comes into Bernard, he'll go baseline, floats a shot up, it will not fall. And we have a foul called. Foul was called on Bernard, and that is his 4th. And he has to go to the bench. Mason will check back in. This is Morrison, 14-point Blue Devil lead. That's been their biggest lead of the night. Northwoods has got it back to 11 once. Olsen gives it to Parson. Now a takeaway. Here come the Blue Devils. This is Yusso. Now Fink, guarded by Parson. Kennedy will give it to Parla. Blue Devils running some of that clock. Half-court offense. It's Kennedy back to Yusso. We're 14-20 left in this game. Pass for Kennedy, double team, puts it up and in. Kennedy with 8 points. And Virginia has their biggest lead of 50-34. 16-point Virginia lead, 14 minutes to play. Olsen for 3. Parallel with the rebound. Now to Mason. Gives it off to Fink. Kennedy gets the pass. Now Parallel swinging around. Here is Mason for 3. Morrison clears it to Gogolai. Going baseline was Olsen. A reverse is good. Tate Olsen with 6. Now the Blue Devils are going to the Grizzlies going to try to pick up some pressure, but the Blue Devils able to beat the pressure. Here is Yusso for 3. Nice ball movement, and Ethan buries his second 3 of the half. And the Blue Devils have upped their lead to 17 points. Now the Grizzlies turn it over. Checking in is number 10, Isaiah Squires, a 5'9 senior, and number 24 is TJ Chibodi, a 5'6 8th grader. Under 13 minutes to play. Blue Devils with a 17-point lead. Backdoor pass goes to Kennedy. He is fouled, and Bryce is going to shoot a pair. Kleppe picks up his third. Bryce Kennedy with 8 points in the game. 2 for 4 from the line. Now, so far, Bryce has missed his first free throw every time, has made the second. He does it again. Bryce is 3 out of 6. He's got 9 points. Foy will check in for Virginia. Here's a shot put up by Goggle Eye is good. 12 points for Cade Goggle Eye. Fink coming back, and he was pushed. And that's going to be the 4th foul on Kleppe. Or did they call a timeout before the foul? I think they're going to call... Yep, they're going to call a timeout before contact was made. So we're going to take a break. 54-38, Virginia.
I'm Jermaine. I'm from Milwaukee, and this is my Masabi story.
My name's Laura. I am from Virginia, Minnesota. I've been a lifelong Iron Ranger, and this is my Masabi story.
My name is Hannah. I'm from Hermantown, and this is my Masabi story.
The faculty at Masabi Range College, they really care.
I'm very impressed with the way the staff has worked with us.
Oh, I love the program. Absolutely love it. I couldn't imagine doing anything different.
Blue Devils with a 54-38 lead. Here's a good look at Coach Odell and the Blue Devils. Blue Devils with only 2 turnovers here in the second half. Northwoods has 4. Foy gets the ball, now to Yuso, to Mason. Foy gets the pass, back to Mason. Blue Devils running the clock. We're down to 12 minutes to play. A 16-point Virginia lead. Here is Yuso, had the ball tipped out of bounds. Parallel will put it in from the end line. Comes into Yuso. Here's a 10-footer. Yuso with 15 in the game now. And the Blue Devils have an 18-point lead. Bounce pass goes to Kleppe, and he's fouled. Foy picks up the foul. That's his first. Kleppe will shoot 2. He's perfect from the line tonight. Six points for Chaz Kleppe. Make it 7. 56-39, 11:45 to play. Now they'll trap Mason, but he's able to get out of the trap, gives it off to Fink. Here's Fink from long range. Goggle Eye clears it. This is Squires behind the back pass to Kleppe. Missed the shot. Loose ball. Squires gets it back. Goggle eye for a three. It's short. It's saved by Chibodi, but he stepped on the end line. Fink and the Blue Devils, with 11 minutes to play, have the ball in a 17-point lead. This is Parola. Now Foy inside for Yuso, off the glass. Yuso having a big second half, a big game. He's got 17 tonight, 10 of them coming here in the second half. And the Blue Devils have upped their lead to 58-39. 10:40 to play. Squires now to Chibodi, the 8th grader. They swing it around. Goggle eye going baseline. Bounce pass comes back to Squires from long range. Short. Fink gets bumped by Squires, and that's his first. And that is the 3rd team foul on the Grizzlies. Morrison and Parson check back in for Northwoods. 10:20 to play. Parallel will inbounce. Comes into Fink in the corner. Fink goes back, hit three, and foul was called on Olsen. That's his 3rd, and that's going to put Fink at the line to shoot 3. Fink tonight is perfect from the line, 2 for 2. He's got 8 points in the game. Next up again for Virginia, it's Hibbing on Tuesday night. Northwoods has Mesabi East tomorrow night. Kennedy checks back in for the Blue Devils. Fink becomes the 3rd Blue Devil in double figures. Yuso with 17, Bernard 14, and now Fink has 10. Here is Olsen from way downtown. They're battling for the loose ball, and finally Kennedy will grab it. Fink to the front court. Now to Yuso. Backdoor pass to Parola. Parola's in double figures with 10. (62-39). And now the Blue Devils get a turnover. Fink to the front court. To Mason. Bounce pass goes to Kennedy in the corner. Now Fink will go in. He'll put it up, and he's hammered. Olsen picks up his 4th. Fink will shoot 2. He's made 4 out of 5 free throws tonight. Now the Blue Devils will bring in Dishnu, Jacobson, and Herberg. Fink hits them both. He's got 12. We got a timeout on the floor. 64-39 Virginia with 9:11 to play. 64-39 Virginia. 9:11 to play in our basketball game. Goggle Eye to the front court for the Grizzlies. Now Parson. Chibodi. This is Goggle Eye again with a high screen. Pass to Morrison in the paint. Shot off the glass is good. Morrison's got 10 points in the game. Second Grizzly in double figures. Goggle Eye has 12. This is Mason. They pick up the pressure and they get the turnover on the Blue Devils. Here's a long one from Goggle Eye. Fink with the ball for the Blue Devils. 8:15 to play. Jacobson Dishnu quickly gives it off to Kennedy. Oh, Fink with a baseline. He scores, he's fouled. He's got 14 fouls on Goggle Eye. That is his first. Fink's free throw will not fall. Nate's got 14 tonight. And now what do we have? We've got another technical foul. It's called on the Grizzlies bench. And this is their second technical of the night. Fink at the line, misses the first. Gets the second one. He's got 15 points. And the Blue Devils lead 67-41. Eight minutes to play. Virginia will also get the ball. Ball is taken away, a Blue Devil turnover. Here's Chibodi, and then Herbert takes it back, but then he took an extra step. Now Larkin and Olsen will check back in for the Grizzlies. Mason comes back in for the Blue Devils. This is Parson to Olsen. Coming up on 7.5 minutes to go. Virginia with a huge lead over the Grizzlies. And now we've got a Blue Devil foul at the baseline. Herbert picks up his fourth. That's the 16th foul. Olsen will inbounds. This is Goggle Eye. In the corner it goes to Olsen. Tate goes through the lane. Parson from just inside the 3 points knocks it down. He's got 8 points in the game. And it's 67-43 Virginia, 7:10 to play. Fink will give it off to Yuso. Yuso goes right in, puts the shot up, it will not fall. Herbert grabs it and he's hammered underneath. It's on Morrison, and that is his fourth. Herberg will shoot 2. He's got 2 points tonight. Exactly 7 minutes to play. Morrison clears the boards. Says Gogolai now to Olsen. He'll let go of a long one for three. Here comes Fink back, 2 on 5. And Yuso gets the pass back to Fink. Now Kennedy to Mason. 6.5 to play. Mason going right in and scoring. First points of the night for Chris Mason, and the Blue Devils lead 69-43. Gogolai's shot was short. It goes out of bounds to Virginia. Boy, I don't keep shooting percentages, but I'll tell you, the Grizzlies have just had an awful night shooting. Perla checks back on the floor. Just over 6 minutes to play. This is Mason, nice give and go, but Kennedy not quite quick enough to get that one. 17 Virginia turnovers tonight. Mans, and they still have a 26-point lead. That just shows you how well Virginia has shot and how poorly the Grizzlies have shot. Olsen going in, draws a foul. I think it's going to be on Yuso. I think we'll wait. No, it's on Perla. That's his second. Olsen will shoot two. He's perfect from the line, 2 for 2. He's got 6 points tonight. Olsen now with 4 points in each half. 5:50 to play, 69-45. Mason splits the defenders to Kennedy, now to Yuso. Pass to Mason in the paint. Back to Yuso. May as well run the clock down. You got the ball, you got the lead. Here's Fink to Perla. Jack will give it back to Fink. Grizzlies putting the pressure on. Now it goes to Yuso. His pass underneath gets tapped, goes right back to him. And now it's taken away. They tie up. Alternating possession. Nope, they're going to call a foul. It's going to be called on Fink, and that is his first. So they'll walk to the other end. They should be shooting 1-1. Now checking in for the Grizzlies. Number 1 is Darius Gogolai. Parson at the line to shoot 1-1. And we've got a foul called on Locken going for the rebound, and that will be Locken's third. So we'll walk to the other end, and looks like Kennedy will be shooting 1-1. Kennedy with 9 points tonight. 3 for 6 at the line, and he's made 3 baskets from the field. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Virginia's ball. Now Chibodi will check back in for the Grizzlies. Mason inside for Perla. He'll put up a shot, hits it. Hey, the big hoss has 12 tonight. Here's a long one for Olsen. Chibodi with the rebound, and he stepped on the end line once again. And Virginia's going to get the ball. on the turnover. Now Squires will come back in for the Grizzlies. Squires, Chibodi, two Goggle Eyes, and Locken. Fink, Yuso, Kennedy, Perla, and Mason for the Blue Devils. Here's Perla from 16, short. Cade Goggle Eye coming back, under 4.5 to go. Now Squires will give it off to Chibodi. Here's Locken from deep in the corner. It will not fall. And Yuso with the rebound. And they just have not been able to make a shot tonight, the Grizzlies. Here's Perla giving it off to Mason. 4 minutes to play. Now Fink goes in and scores. Nate Fink with 17. Yuso with 17. 14 for Bernard and 12 for Perla. On the other end, Goggle Eye knocks it down. He's got 14 in the game. 73-47 with 3.5 minutes to play. Here's Kennedy going right in, puts it up, not good. Chibodi with the rebound. Here comes Goggle Eye back, pass to Darius. Goggle Eye, he saves it. Locken goes in and scores. Three minutes and 10 seconds to play, 73-49. This is Fink, or check that, Mason. Now off to Kennedy. Now Fink gets the ball. Kennedy with a high screen. Fink goes down the baseline and he's hammered by Locken, and that'll be number 4 on Locken. 2:46 to play, 73-49. Fink will shoot. He'll shoot 2. He's got 17 tonight. Fink has now made 9 out of 12 free throws. He's got 19 points. 2:45 to play, 75-49 Virginia. Squires bounce pass. It was off Locken's foot. Nope, they say it was off Perla's foot. Honest Jack. He said, yeah, that was off me. Chibodi. Squires, they swing around. Here's a long one. Checking in, that was Dylan Chibodi, number 14. .220 to play in our game. 75-49, and now we've got a violation on the Blue Devils. Here is Locken going and missing it. Fink with a rebound. Taken away, and we've got a foul on the floor called on Fink. And that's going to put Darius Goggle Eye at the line to shoot. One and one. First point of the night for the 9th grader. minutes to play. 75-51 Virginia. Yuso behind the back pass for Kennedy. He cannot save it. Perla with his speed gets it. Now Fink. His pass was deflected out of bounds. It's Virginia's ball. And there's a timeout called on the floor. We're going to take a break. 1:48 to play. Virginia by 24 over Northwoods. .148 to play. 75-51 Virginia. Fink floats a pass to Yuso. And foul was called on Yuso. That is his third. Offensive foul. Moving screen, and here come the Grizzlies with 90 seconds to play. A turnover. Mason will just pull the ball back out and run the clock. Gives it off to Kennedy. Now to Yuso. To Kennedy. To Fink. Perla. 1:15 to play. Yuso gets it in the corner. Now Perla. Fink. This is Kennedy. 55 seconds to go. Kennedy gets the ball back. And now we've got substitutions, and Blue Devils will clear the bench. Fink finishes with 19, Yuso with 17, Perla with 12. This is Joe Hofdahl with the ball. Now it goes in a corner to Koski. Here's a shot put up, good by Hofdahl. Joe Hofdahl scores for the Blue Devils. 28 seconds ago. Here's one deep in the corner, is good. That was Lockett hitting that last one. 11 seconds to play. And it's all over. The clock runs out. The Virginia Blue Devils have defeated Northwoods 77-54. We'll run down all the scoring. Blue Devils with 39 points in the first half. They added 38 in the second for 77. Northwoods with 25 in the first. And they had 29 in the second for 54. Leading the way tonight for Virginia was Nathan Fink. He had 19 points. Ethan Yuso with 17. 14 for Jaden Bernard and 12 for Jack Perla. For the Grizzlies, Cade Gogolai had 14 and 10 points for Trevor Morrison in the basketball game. So the Grizzlies, the number one team, suffer their first loss of the season. They are now 20 wins and 1 loss. They will host Mesabi East tomorrow night in Cook. And with the Blue Devils getting the victory, they are now 18-3, and they will host Hibbing on Tuesday night right here at the Roosevelt Gymnasium. Well, we hope you enjoyed our telecast tonight. For the entire Mesabi Community Television crew, the Blue Devils with the victory tonight, 77-54. Good night, everyone. For the Jags. Now Sipple on top. Carlson for three. Two Blue Devils. Johnson. Out of field. Nice spin move. The shot was missed though. Comes Carlson back. 16 minutes to play in our first half. Blue Devils with a 3-2 lead. Cunningham now to Maloney. He'll let go the long one. Blue Devils perfect from long range. And it's a 6-2 Virginia lead.